Hi guys, back with Big Al McMordie and our All Access. We've talked about it each and every video. What's the difference between the All Access and the regular plays? Well, not the games themselves, but the ratings plus the additional late updates. And also you get access to the games very early as opposed to waiting till the day of the game. As we covered in yesterday's video, Al's had 338 games impacted by early line moves to closing line moves since 2015. And of that, 225 were advantages to Al if you played early and you didn't play late. So if you join and you get access to the Telegram channel, by all means, when you get the plays, play them, bet them and forget them, have the right unit value. A lot of clients have issues with the money management aspect of this system. They get overwhelmed by the volume. All you need to do is send me a text message to 702 769 0404. Have a bankroll of at least 25, 50, 100,000 or more to take advantage of this almost plus 160 units this season so far. Back to the first football game in August 27th. With that being said, we are over 50% through. It's hard to believe, Al. The NFL season is just flying by, and you got a complimentary selection in the NFL for all the viewers this Sunday.
Yeah, one of the things I like to do here, Eric, is not only give out winners, but also educate people in the process. I think a lot of people, gain from just learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so as many know by now, I've got the best database in the entire world. It was featured in ESPN magazine in 2010, and one of the things the database allows me to do is research things that other people like to misspeak on. So a lot of times you'll hear people on the sports broadcast talk about how East Coast time zone is a negative for teams on the West Coast. It's one of the biggest myths out there in the sports gambling world. They think that NFL West Coast teams, when they travel out to the East Coast, have a disadvantage, but nothing could be further from the truth. When you take a look at how West Coast teams do in the Eastern time zone and the NFL, they've actually gone 377, 316, and 18 ATS going back to 1980. Last 2 years, 21 and 12 with two pushes.
Wow.
So the West Coast teams do not have a disadvantage out on the Eastern
Well,
time zone, but you hear that all the time by the talking heads on these,
I can
NFL
tell you
TV
that
type
Eric.
shows.
I can tell you that Eric Pathy has a disadvantage flying from Vegas or LA back to Baltimore because when I land, I cannot go to sleep. I usually land at midnight on the red eye, and I'm not going to bed till 4 in the morning. So if it doesn't hurt the players, maybe they're getting in way earlier and they have time to adjust their sleep. Because for me, it kills me. When I go to Vegas, it's great. I leave Baltimore, Washington International, BWI at 9 a.m. No, at 7 a.m. And I land at 9 a.m. after a 5-hour flight. And I got my whole day ahead of me and I'm fine.
Yeah. So we also, one of the other myths that I'll get to the free pick in a moment. Now, I'm
Right.
taking the
No,
circuitous
that's
route,
cool.
but yeah, one of the other big myths in among sports gamblers is that teams will be looking ahead. Based on my research, teams actually play better before big games, not worse. So
Interesting.
yeah. Anyway, so let's get to the free play here. That's what
Well,
everyone's waiting for.
I fall into the trap of believing both of those disproved rumors that you just gave us with the database.
Yeah. So I'm going to look at the Rams versus the Patriots game. The Rams were upset on Monday Night Football at home by the Miami Dolphins last week, and I like them to bounce back. When you take a look at how road favorites of -7 points or less or pick them, how they've done if they were off a loss and their opponent, like New England, is off a straight up win, those road favorites of 7 or less, they've gone 139 and 98 ATS. And
Wow.
then, as I mentioned, yeah, the West Coast teams have an edge out on the Eastern time zone. We'll take the Rams -4.5.
All right. Well, while we're talking about it before we end this video, what about the rumor that is always floating around where people say bet against the Monday night winner, bet on the Monday night loser the following week? And you might not have that data now. We can talk about it in another video unless you have an opinion on that.
I do. With an asterisk or with a qualification, I would bet on the Monday night loser if it was of a really big magnitude, 18 or more points. Any old loser, just randomly betting on the loser on Monday night, no. And going against the winner, no. But if a team gets absolutely annihilated on Monday night, yes.
There you go, guys. I got another trend out of them. 702 769 0404. Good day and good luck.